Anybody else excited to find out what's in the bag? Hey everyone, so I attempted to go for a kind of cheesy opening there, so you guys just let me know what you thought of it. But to get past that, let's get to the stuff that I got. Starting out with the first two items that I got here. I took a whole bunch of books and DVDs, mainly DVDs of TV shows, to this local bookstore called BMV. They buy back books, movies, comic books, magazines, all sorts of stuff. And they usually give a fairly decent amount in cash back. For the stuff that I took them, I was expecting only to get about $30, but then they ended up giving me $50, like $50 cash, so I went for it right away. But I did end up buying two items that they had there. First item was not that exciting, but I got it just basically because it brought back memories from watching this movie here, Bring It On. I know, lame movie, but I personally love this movie. But what I got is Toni Basil's single for Mickey. And for those of you that don't know, this is that song that goes, "Hey Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind." Just very, very funny thing to see. And it was just $1, so I went ahead and grabbed it. But the other item that I purchased was a movie that I have heard about for quite some time now. And I thought, you know what, it was marked for $12.99, I want to say. Either $12.99 or like $13.99, which is still a fairly decent price for this movie. It's called Ichi the Killer. It's pretty graphic and gory, which is exactly what I go for. And if any of you have seen this movie already, just leave me some comments in the comment section below of what you think about it. Moving on from there, I suppose I'll go into some toys that I got. I did buy some brand new Transformers, but I also did get one in a trade that I did at a store. So I'm going to show you guys these ones that I purchased. I got them from a Walmart, and typically when it came to Transformers when I was younger, I would buy them at this local store called Toys Toys Toys. These here, I was just in a Walmart looking around. I thought I'd go by the toy section, take a look at what they had, see if they had any interesting Pokemon card like box sets. And I took a look at the Transformers and actually found some pretty interesting ones. There was a 6-shot there also that I considered buying for like a minute, but then realized that it was a lot of money to spend on it. But I saw these two here. First one here is Hot Rod, and I found myself buying several Hot Rods quite recently. This Hot Rod here is the Titans Returns Hot Rod. He comes with his headmaster, whose name is, because I have to look it up of course, his name is Fire Drive, and this is Autobot Hot Rod of course, and it is deluxe class, and it's a fairly decent looking version of Hot Rod. The only sort of downside to this is for some reason I can't get his like windshield to fully click in place. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or whatever, but it just doesn't seem to want to click in place. But still a very nice looking representation of Hot Rod. Now the other new Transformer that I got is of Twinferno. Now this guy here in his robot mode is really nice, but in his sort of beast mode, I don't care for the look. This is what he looks like, and basically he is a two-headed dragon, hence the name Twinferno. He is a two-headed dragon in his beast mode, but definitely looks better in his robot mode. You can see even his mouths open up and they function as claws or hands, I suppose, as well. And he does have fairly decent posability as well. I really do like the wings on his back, even though they are kind of small for his overall body size. Still very much so enjoy him in robot mode, but in beast mode he just kind of looks kind of dumpy and wide, and just doesn't really, his legs don't click in place, and I really don't like that. Now the other Transformer that I got, this one here, classic OG Transformer G1. Very good condition on this. He is missing one weapon, but it is, of course, another hot rod, because like I just mentioned before, I've been getting a bunch of hot rods lately, which is really weird considering I never had one before this. I had Rodimus Prime, I had a Rodimus from Armada or from Energon, and I had a whole bunch of hot shots, but I never had a hot rod. And now I have the G1 hot rod here with just the one gun, like I said, but otherwise he's in very good condition. He does have a little damage on his stickers, but that's pretty much a given over 30 years since this toy came out. But otherwise it's in really good shape, so I was really happy about that. I got this from GameSwap, and I had, again, traded in a bunch of stuff. I don't think I've ever actually outright purchased anything from this store. Everything that I've gotten from this store I've gotten through trade, and I was really happy with the stuff that I traded in, what I got out of it. I traded in a whole bunch of random toys I just really didn't care about. Some G.I. Joe, some random like Spider-Man toys, just a whole bunch of stuff I didn't care for at all, that I have no idea why I even purchased in the first place or why I bothered to hold on to them. And I traded all that stuff in to be able to get this here and a couple of video games that you'll be seeing in just a minute. But again, very happy to have this in my collections, especially in the condition that it's in. Moving on from there are the video games that I got from GameSwap. Pretty happy with these finds as well. Nothing too exciting, but some interesting games here, definitely. First one is Alien Hominid on the GameCube. This game also came out on PS2, but I think it is a little bit more uncommon on the GameCube. Just a very weird multiplayer game. It's up to 4 players, and it's kind of like a beat 'em up, but then there's also mini games and fighting game, and just all over the place. It's like this cell shaded style, and it's pretty nice, and it does hold up. Even over 10 years since the game came out, it still holds up fairly well. The other games that I got are for the Super Nintendo, and for a Game Boy Color Super Nintendo game that I got is Gradius 3. Nothing too exciting, but I do like shoot 'em ups, so I was definitely going to go ahead and grab that. The other game that I got from the trading credit that I had was this Game Boy game here. Really weird title, never heard of it before, but it's pretty much just a sort of Brick Breaker breakout experience. It's called Poochie Carrot. It's for the Game Boy Color, and this here is the European version. It only came out in Europe and Japan from my understanding, and there was a PS1 version of it as well. And at least for the Game Boy version, really did not find much information on this online. So if anybody knows about this game, if it is uncommon, rare, just kind of hard to find, just let me know in the comment section below. The other games that I got, because I got some more games, some brand new games, I got these from Game Center, and I had traded in a bunch of stuff as well. I traded in some Game Boy stuff, some DS stuff. I purged my 360 collection, and I had some PS2 games as well that I was looking to get rid of. Just took a whole bunch of stuff in. I was expecting to get enough to get these 2 games, but then he came at me with an initial offer that was fairly low. I countered that, and then I said I was just looking to get these 2 games. Can I just get enough credit to get these 2 games? And he said, okay, sure, fine, whatever. Very happy to add these games to my collection, especially considering that I didn't have to pay any extra money for them. First game is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and the other game is ARMS. Now, Mario Kart 8, love this game, played it on the Wii U all the time, played it to hell, played a lot online, very happy with this game, and continue to be happy with it. Very much so enjoy the experience of playing this. But as for ARMS, all that I can say really is that the scaling of the difficulty in this on the Grand Prix mode is ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. It's actually angered me so much how ridiculously difficult it becomes fairly quickly. So basically rank 1, 2, and 3 are fairly playable. Then you get to rank 4 out of 10 ranks, that is. Rank 4. I've yet to beat it on any character, and I don't see myself doing that anytime soon, unless they adjust something in the scaling of the difficulty, because it's just ridiculous at this point. But that's a rant for a whole other day. Moving on to the very last item, the item that's in the bag here. I had a friend that visited New York City fairly recently, and I asked her, well, more so I begged her, I'm like, please bring me back something. And she brought me back something from the Nintendo store. Very happy about what she brought back. I wasn't expecting anything special or expensive or whatever. I just asked her, please bring me back something that I'll like, and very happy with what she did bring me. It is a classic Mario character, one that I very much so enjoyed interacting with in older Mario games, in all Mario games pretty much. It is a plush of a Boo, and it almost got stuck on the bag there, and managed to flip around. There he is with his tongue sticking out, and he has a big wide open mouth that his tongue can roll back into as well. Very happy, and thank you very much to my friend for bringing this back for me. I have not had the opportunity to go to New York City yet. Very much so wish to visit that city. I suppose lots of people around the world would want to visit New York, but it's not looking like I'm going to get to go there anytime soon, at least. Again, very happy to get something back, at least from the Nintendo store, and to have that bag as well. But that's it. That's what I got. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, just put in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website. They're all linked in the description below. And also linked in the description below is a link to my 500 subscribers contest. Check that out as well if you'd like. And that's it. See ya.